All right, back at you again, playing against the Taipei Skywalkers. I realize, of course, that some of you probably are just coming in and watching this. You might not be so familiar with what's happening here. We're in the middle of a Hexagon challenge save, but we somehow got stuck in Taiwan. We were in American Samoa at first, and we've been here in Taiwan at Mars FC for, I think it's 4 seasons. Maybe this is the 5th, 3 or 4 or something like that. This team was going to be relegated when I came on, and we have led them to numerous successive championships and have gotten to the final of the AFC Cup, and it looks like we're going to get them to the AFC Champions League soon. So it's kind of a weird type of build a nation / Hexagon challenge. And here we are once again against the Taipei Skywalkers. They're actually good. They're in 3rd place, but they're not quite as good as us. We haven't lost, I think it's 30 wins in a row that we've had. So let's see what we can do today. Wang Qinghua is out there for the 2nd game in a row. He had a hat trick last time, and this time he gives up the ball quickly. Bamba goes back to get this to Yayue, back to Kader Bamba. Bamba walks a little bit with it, back to Leibolin. I forgot that I have Leibolin in goal. I said that I wasn't going to have him in there, and I didn't look at him. Hong Yiming now locks this forward for Tsai Xiangwei. So we do have a couple of changes from our last game. Tsai Xiangwei ends up winning this. Jumps over the other player, passes down to Chen Jianliang. It's over to Ndai, whose header is in, and that's only Amado's 2nd goal this season, but he gets it in there for the 1-0 advantage in the space of less than 5 minutes into this game. So good job by Tsai Xiangwei, and he found his man. Chen Jianliang is probably the best player of his kind in the country, and Ndai, of course, is always great and always a risk to score. So it's 1-0 for Mars FC. And we'll keep pushing this forward. We are going to win this here in the back, and it ends up with Wang Qinghua. He just misses that one. And so we're going to have to play defense. Here's Dubois with it, and his shot is far wide, and he was offside anyway. It doesn't really matter. And here we are with the throw. Menegong into Ndai. Back to Menegong. It's popped up for Ye Wei, who has that forward to Wang Qinghua, and that's knocked out for a corner. That was almost able to trickle in after being deflected, and their keeper fell on the ground. I don't know where he thought that ball was going. Bomba's header, again, unfortunately, is high. So it doesn't end up with anything for us in the end, but this is pretty good by Ye Wei. And then Wang Qinghua gets that one, and the keeper wasn't going to stop it anyway, because I think Wang Qinghua was aiming for the other side of the net. So the keeper did what he had to do, I suppose, and he just sort of falls flat in his face. We should be able to score more goals against this team. Ye Wei's header is a little bit high, and it's out for another goal kick. Again, if you're new to this, you may have missed the fact that one of our key star center backs, Yu Wei, ended up being purchased by Taiwan Power, one of the other teams that is fighting for supremacy with us. And so we have to figure out a way to buy him back. Menegong knocks this forward over to Kader Bamba, and that is headed out, a goal line save by one of the Skywalker defensemen. And it's back to Wang Qinghua now, and look at him open up that space. Menegong now with it. And Wang Qinghua had stood there for a while. Now that's going to be a foul. That's outside of the area. And we're not even going to see a highlight of the free kick. Instead, we just sort of move on to whatever's next. Here's Menegong now with a free kick. And that's way over the bar. No need to even show us that one if it's going to be that poor. Chen Jianliang now with the throw over to Chen Yuehan, back to Chen Jianliang. Chen Yuehan hasn't started that much, so we figure we give him a shot today. Still, his header is offline. We have totally dominated the momentum in this match so far, and we only have 1 goal to show for it, so hopefully we can get a couple more. That's kind of what the save has been like. So as you can see here, well, it's gone away now, but we're running a strikerless system. We're running 3 men at the back. We have no strikers, and we're doing a couple of things that are a little bit unorthodox. We do have 2 wing backs to try to fight against play at the wing. It does mean that we are open from time to time in the back, but actually having 3 center backs has worked fairly well, and having the 3 shadow strikers works extremely well, at least in FM23. I don't know about FM24 because I haven't bought it yet, but I would anticipate that it probably also works well there. I don't see Sports Interactive making huge changes to tactics like that. Wang Qinghua now with it, and he just takes a shot. And Silla over here to get the rebound over to Menegong, who knocks it over for Tsai Xiangwei. His header's off. And it's Ndaye who's not going to win this, and it'll be Ye Wei who wins it over at the very end. Menegong now with the throw over to Ndaye. And he's going to pass this down to Chen Jianliang over to Zhen Yuehan, and his shot is deflected. So it's another corner for us. I did get our corner set up. I made sure of that, and it's basically the same as it was in our last match. This is far post looking for Kader Bamba, and it doesn't quite get to him. Chen Jianliang now, though, with it, and his shot is up and high and always rising. So it's another goal kick for them, and we're at halftime. Only 1-0. We should have more goals than that. And so we've definitely taken a lot of shots, which is good. We keep peppering the goal. And so let's see if we can get something in here. Kader Bamba in the back now. Back to Yeyue, and we'll slow it up a little bit. That's one of the things about this tactic. I think that we're on a balanced mentality. We try not to go too fast because we don't want to give up possession too easily. I say that as soon as we give up possession easily. The idea is that we want to work the ball in instead of allowing ourselves to be wide open in the back like this. Dubois ends up scoring. He must be offside, and they're not going to call it. So that's a little bit frustrating, and it's another mistake by Leibold, and that's not the first one that he's made here for us. So we'll demand more. We should be winning this match as the match at home. How is he not offside? I mean, he's so far offside that it's a joke. And, I'm absolutely aghast at the fact that there's no call. And we're not even going to see an offside replay, which is Football Manager's way of telling us that, yeah, he was offside. We're not going to admit it. Still is taken down. There's no foul call, but Tsai Xiangwei now has scored. 9th goal of the season. It's been a little while since he scored, and that's because we have too many good shadow strikers. And you can see all of their fans holding their heads. That's the first time I think I've seen that animation. One of these days, we're going to get a better computer, and hopefully one of these days we're going to have a game where not all the fans do the same thing at the same time because they'll look so weird. So anyway, 2-1 Mars FC, we answer right away. And I think last game was going to be Leibold Lund's final league game for us, and this is definitely going to be it. Cao Yushun with a shot. Leibold Lund is actually able to save that. But yeah, the coaches say the Leibold Lund is simply surplus to requirements. He keeps starting, and he remains a Taiwan international, but he has not been impressive in the starts that he's had, and I don't think that we're going to start him very frequently. And what was that? All right, we're going to take him out. We're going to take him out. This is going to spark some controversy, but that was bad. And so we're going to do that thing that you're not supposed to do, and we're going to take the keeper out because that was totally ridiculous. We can go look at this one again, and Hong Yiming with the poor decision allows his man to get in behind him. Leibold Lund made the save, and then Leibold Lund, instead of doing what I told him to do and work it out slowly, decides to boot it down the field. So I think this is probably going to be it for him, and we'll see if Wu Xiangjie can do a better job for us in the back. Menagong throws to Ndaye, and of course the media always asks about it, but you know the Football Manager secret, I've said this before, but it's always to choose the second from the left. If you do that in all your press conferences, everybody will love you and your players will be happy. So there you go. Here is Menagong with a corner. He fires, far post, looking for Bamba. It doesn't get to him. It's Chen Jianliang now, who wins it, and it's headed back. Nothing happens, and now he brings it down over to Wang Qinghua. Wang Qinghua then has it taken away from him. He wins it back, though, just by standing in the right place at the right time. There's a pass to Silla. And unfortunately for Sorel, that was deflected by a number of defenders. That should have been a goal. Hong Yiming over to Zhen Yuehan, over to Wang Qinghua, and then to Tsai Xiangwei again. There's a man, and we have him, Zhen Yuehan, and unfortunately he's unable to score. So Zhen Yuehan is getting a lot of game time here today. He hasn't played that much this season. He's another one of these players that we kind of have, and I'm not sure what to do with. He's young, and we're trying to see if he's going to be good enough or not for us. Menagong with the free kick, and that's blasted over everybody's head. Arnold Menagong is mostly starting this match so that we can have a better chance at winning, but he's the sort of player who doesn't like big matches, who really is not going to be with this team for long. Wang Qinghua wins this over to Kader Bamba. Bamba up to Yeyue. So if you don't know my style, I don't like guys who don't like big matches. I also like guys who have good personalities, but we're not quite to that point yet. But if we stay here for a while, we will get there. Chen Jianliang, and I'm not sure what that was, but Chen Jianliang is a great player there at wingback, but he didn't show his greatness there at all, and we're trying again to move it up too quickly. Menagong does win this over to Zhen Yuehan. Here you go. This is a good ball to Silla. but he's got nobody around him. Now he finds Wang Qinghua, who scores again, so he has 4 goals here in 2 straight matches. Wang Qinghua has solidified himself as a starter for us with that goal. 3-1 now for Mars FC. Wang Qinghua was kind of on the bench because they had too many good shadow strikers, didn't know which one to start. 19 years old. The one complaint, of course, is his personality is unambitious, but he's an international for Taiwan and is among our best players. You get him, Tsai Shanwei on at the same time. Those guys will run you ragged. It's Dubois again, and Ye Yue does a great job of taking that away and knocking it out for a throw. And so we have about 15 minutes left. Here in Taiwan, you don't have too many teams. You only have 8 teams in the Premier League at any given time. And when you have so few teams up at the top, you get used to who's playing for every team. You start to get to know the players pretty well. So a lot of these guys are players that either we've had on our team before or that I've seen play so many times I feel like we've had them. Chen Jianliang now with it and lumps this one forward, and it goes straight to defender. But Ndaye is able to win this in the back over to Silla, back to Menegong, up to Ndaye, over to Menegong. Now we're looking for someone to break, and we do get it, and Ndaye's shot is deflected back for a corner. So we look like we're good to score again. Going to be another corner. This one's going to be near post. Menegong will take it, and looking for Bomba, can't quite get it to him. Chen Jianliang tries to head it back in, but it doesn't work, and that's the reason why you want to have guys back when you have a corner routine. You want to make sure that you have guys back so that you don't give up a counterattack right away. This is the voice of experience. You can have more players forward. It won't necessarily mean that you'll score more goals from your corners, but what you really want to try to do is try not to give up goals on your corners. Menegong forward, looking for Tsai Shanwei. It was a really, really, I think, sort of a dream pass. There's no way that was going to work, and Menegong comes back here at the end to win it again over to Bomba. This is indicative of the amount of domination we've had in this match. And here's Wu Xiangjie. And see what he did? He passed that one to the man who was open. He didn't just lump it forward down the field. Lai Bolun has seen his last days with us, I would have to say. 3-1 Mars FC with the victory, 2.80 XG. We did give up 1 goal on one of their 2 shots on target, and Lai Bolun is probably going to be fine for that. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.